Olivia just can't take the idea that Spencer's moving on. Jordana's ship, I guess, has sailed, child. And Grace and Carter have the most perfect wedding after the most weird circumstances. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American breakdown. And in this breakdown, we are going to discuss season 5, episode number 4. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my conversations about the All-American universe. It's All-American as well as All-American Homecoming. Come to you with breakdowns, preview videos, synopsis breakdowns, character conversations, and more. And if you love the show and you want to have these detailed and in-depth conversations, child, you're going to want to subscribe, join the tribe so that you don't miss out. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this episode, which for the most part was a very fun-loving episode. I really enjoy episodes that center a lot of the storylines around the parents. I know the show is not particularly about the parents. However, when we do get moments to have episodes that center them, I think that it's a really nice refresher and breather for us as an audience to get still good storytelling, but not focus so heavily on the drama that is, you know, what the core story is. And unfortunately, for like the last season and a half, almost 2 seasons, the core drama has been centered around the whole SPELIVIA-ness of it all and more of Spencer's anguish. So episodes like this just really give us a breather and allow us to have fun, watch the parents have fun. In this episode, we got to watch Grace deal with her younger sister, who we are meeting for the very first time, because what? She runs from her problems. She thinks money can solve everything and has not really cultivated a relationship where she could have supported Grace throughout all of the things that she's been through. Instead, she either needed something or was completely missing in action. And I called this, y'all. We didn't get to see it really clearly in the trailer, but I just knew, because I know Gabrielle Dennis, right? Like, I've been following her career for years. I absolutely love her. She's a phenomenal actress. Hey, Gabby Boo. You crushed it in this episode, as you should. I knew it was going to be her, and I loved it. I loved her playing Grace's younger sister, and I loved the beats that we got to see of her coming back and her having her little elitist classism thing going on, just being a little bit too good. I love how her and Denise played off of each other because they knew each other from back in the day, because of course Denise, Grace, and Billy all went to school together, and Billy also knew the younger sister as well. However, she's been, you know, like I said, gone missing in action. But then she feels away about how, you know, Grace speaks so highly about Denise and then hands Denise over the flowers at the wedding when she's supposed to throw the bouquet, because at the end of the day, Denise has been there regardless of if she was a little bit too pushy or a little bit too thirsty. She has been a solid friend and a support system. I love that for her. And then when her younger sister sitting there like, yeah, I haven't been there for nothing. I haven't done anything but send Dillon some Yeezys and Spencer some money. And Grace, you know, takes a point in this episode and really points that out. Like, yeah, girl, you have not been here. You have not done anything. So poof, pow, be gone. And also, this ain't about you. I love the read. It was an excellent read. It was something that really gathered up Rish or Larisha. And by the end of the episode, she gives this beautiful, completely moving, just dope speech at the reception where she's able to take accountability for all of the things that she has lacked with her relationship with her sister, that she has lacked with her family. But then also you get to see, you know, self-reflection for her, and she speaks really in depth about regret. And I just thought that her speech was so beautiful. I'm excited to see her pop up more. She won't like be on every single episode, but I can totally see her still popping up, because by the end of the episode, they kind of like turn over a new leaf with her being accountable to all the pain that she has caused Grace, and for her, you know, being missing in action and not actually being there to develop a relationship and support her sister. Now we can only expect that she will want to. And I love what she said about Carter in reference to Grace finding somebody to love her and be consistent and be down and be there for her regardless, like rain or shine, day and night. And like, that is Carter. Grace and Carter were given. They were given in the love department. They were given in the look department. That wedding and then the subsequent the shenanigans prior to, child, all of it was absolutely given. I thought that the boys was going to have their little bachelor moment and they was going to turn up like the girls, but I love the juxtaposition of like the guys going to a cigar bar and having a little cognac and like talking to Preach and having Preach have a little come to Jesus moment where he realized that, yeah, you get old too. You was a father, honey. You got your shit together. You is settling into a nice little life that you are actually happy with. However, it don't look like you running them streets and turning up. I love that moment, and you know, in juxtaposition to the women who, you know, Denise and Laura get a party bus and get strippers and like are having this whole little thing to really give Grace the bachelorette experience that she deserves. It was just so fun. It took us back to, you know, one of the first episodes where we got to see all the adults gallivanting around and doing their dang thug thizzle. The little gif of the little truck, which was a callback to that particular episode, I thought was such a beautiful, nuanced, nice touch. I really just enjoyed all of the story elements and the beats and basically the storyline that came from the parents in this episode. I absolutely adored it. Best parts of the episode. Now, let's go ahead and get to my stress and my strife. Y'all, I realized, and shout out to my members of the channel, if you haven't, you know, didn't know about this, I do have a membership that you can join, and it is a subscription-based membership so that you can get additional exclusive content. I recorded myself watching the episode so that members could be able to see my initial reaction. So in addition to this breakdown, which is a little bit more of like my thoughts put together and like me, you know, filtering things, my live reactions of me watching the episode are you actually getting to see what I think the moment that I actually see it, and it just kind of blurs out, right? So members, that will be up for you if it's not up already for you to check out and get into, but also consider, if you're not a member, joining the membership so that you can get access to more exclusive content such as that, as well as members only lives and more. But there was quite a bit that stressed me out. And I realized while I was, you know, watching the episode and recording my live reactions that I think my biggest qualm when it comes to the SPELIVIA-ness of it all is that I personally cannot take watching Spencer suffer, sulk, and just look like nobody loves him. There's a few moments toward in the middle of this episode when the episode kind of shifts, and then towards the end where Spencer is just sad again and he's just sulking, and it just does something to me while I'm watching. Like, I had the most visceral reaction. I got immediately just so enraged having to watch Daniel Ezra tap into something again so deep and so hurtful, and I just don't want to see it anymore. So aside from Olivia not being like a dog with a bone with this damn article and being selfish and being narcissistic, cool, like we go through things in life and we have to learn, and we spend time in certain seasons of our lives that don't necessarily look like the best season for us. Like, I'm not even really faulting her for real for that, because hopefully this is just a season again, like I'm saying, and she'll come out of it. At some point she'll realize how selfish she's been, she'll realize how entitled she's been, and maybe she'll learn and grow. But at the end of the day, my real issue is that Spencer knows no damn peace and barely knows happiness. For every smile that we have received from Spencer James in this series, we have gotten 20 sad, damn near snot nose crying, tears, just I'm distraught moments. And unfortunately, within the last 2 seasons, a lot of those feelings have come by way of his interactions with Olivia Baker. So for me, part of my vitriol is coming because she's spurring on some of these things. But then also, All American Creatives, I don't give up to see it anymore. Like, for real. Like, I'm not playing at this point. Like, I'm really fucking upset. I want to see a season, a moment, a string of episodes where Spencer James actually knows joy, because this is getting to be ridiculous. The fact that I watched this episode and for like the first 20 minutes, Spencer seemed to be turning a corner. He seemed to be happy. He seemed to be moving on. And to see him be completely wrecked, like he can't even make it through a whole episode with a damn smile on his face. And I hate that for him. I truly do. And I get it. We be going through stuff. Black men be going through stuff, but then they also know joy. They know happiness, and they do have bouts of it. And like, he needs a little bit more extended bouts of it, because I'm getting really pissed off at this point. Like, the moment that the episode took a turn for me, and thank God for the parents that really lightened a lot of things up, because I'm sorry, y'all, I don't give a damn how good Layla looked. Jordana is still not it for me. Whether they slept together in this episode or not, whether they couldn't stop kissing each other in this episode or not, whether Layla's titties was tittying all episode, because they were. Right? Whether her dresses were dressing, whether her face card is just still never declining because Greta is always going to serve. Cool. I don't give a damn. Jordana is not it for me. So I literally was fighting my animosity for watching Daniel Ezra tear up yet again and trying to enjoy the damn parents frolicking and doing some foolishness so that they can let their hair down. And at this point, I should know peace. Honestly, truthfully, if All American is going in a lighter note, if they're shifting from that core of like what they used to be in season 1 and season 2, and y'all going on this whole hour-long sitcom vibe, then y'all need to give me some more calm when it comes to Spencer. He needs to know joy and peace, not just JJ, not just damn Jordan, who seemed to have completely forgotten about his whole entire marriage and is moved on and happy and just frolicking and enjoying. Like, Jordan has yet to really know anguish since the breakup. Meanwhile, Spencer cannot stop avoiding it. And I really don't want to spend a whole bunch of time talking about Olivia specifically, because I thought it was laughable how she just felt away with the thought of Spencer moving on. But you didn't feel away for 6 weeks when you didn't call that man or see that man. A pause for a reason. Y'all spent 6 weeks with Spencer lurking on campus watching you from afar, and you didn't think to call, text, and or throw up a smoke signal or send a carrier pigeon for that man to see if he was okay. But you want us to feel sorry for you because now you're hearing about him hooking up with some little wedding shop girl, and oh my God, he could potentially be moving on. Why do we care now? 4 weeks ago, you had just did a whole 6-week stint where you ain't give a good goddamn. You was frolicking and talking with your journalism buddies and living your best life. Move on. I really struggled in this episode when it came to the SPELIVIA-ness of it all, because watching Spencer be so happy, focus on his mom at the top of the episode, then get to the middle of the episode and it's like this Olivia drama and it's, it just don't feel right to move on and yada yada yada, but then it's like low key and then she getting the attitude because she's hearing about things. One thing I ain't gonna take from her, one thing I will never take from her, Samantha Logan. I say goddamn. The dress is dressing. The skin is skinning. The face card don't decline. The hair choice in that damn dress the night before, not at the wedding, because I don't know what the hell that damn curly frock in the Pippi Longstocking dress was for the wedding. It wasn't ugly, but it still wasn't giving what it was given the night before. I say sachet Shantae because that shit was fire. If it's one thing that Greta and Samantha gonna do is they gonna serve a look. And you almost got me. You almost got me, Olivia Baker. But you got to be quicker than that. I almost forgot how much of a menace you was because that dress was dressing. Because that body was bodying. Because that face card refused to decline. It was moments while Olivia was like in that damn dress, regardless of her sulking, regardless of Spencer having to grab her arm because she gets not mad, but she like just gets taken aback and goes all internal because Coop reveals that Spencer has a little thing on the side and she feel a way about it. She almost got me, y'all. She looks so damn good. She almost got me. But then she has the moment where she feels away. And it's like, okay, you can feel away, but I also would love it if she would have tried to hide it a little bit better. Because even that would have shown me, okay, she cares about trying not to rain on his parade, not trying to affect him in any kind of way, like having her feelings, but like also trying to prioritize his feelings. I just can't. I get it. You break up with somebody or they break up with you and you want their asses back, even though you spent 6 weeks avoiding their ass and completely ignoring them as if y'all wasn't in a relationship. 4 weeks prior to that, it was a bunch of back and forth and arguing about some stuff that you should have let go, but your ass decided not to let. You know what? I just can't. I can't have the conversation about Olivia anymore. Point blank period. I don't want to see Spencer look sad. That's the fact of the matter. The second bullet point, I suppose, would be, I don't give a damn if Olivia said that Spencer could be moving on. I don't care. Because when you had him, You did not treat him like he was valuable to you. And that's just the fact of the matter for me. You don't agree? Cool. Argue with your mama, because I'm not gonna argue with you. That's just how I see it. It was an interesting plot twist, though. An interesting plot twist for them to wind up sleeping with each other, and then for Olivia to say, well, we both know what that was, and basically saying that was closure sex. I was just like, oh, okay. So we not spinning in the block like this. I mean, I suppose. But then even that was followed up with Spencer looking like someone had just stolen and beat his puppy. And I really realized in watching this episode, y'all, that I cannot watch Daniel Ezra go to that place no more. Like, at this point, I'm going to start ignoring Spencer James if he's sad or stressed, because it really just breaks my heart to see him in that condition, regardless of who's doing it. We have watched it so much that I'm just like, I'm good. And for me to feel like it's just not balanced out, and he deserves it because he's excelling in college now, and he's done so many things, so he deserves so much joy and happiness, and for him still not to achieve it, I'm good. Best of luck with Olivia in this dang on closure, because it's interesting for me that they made the creative choice of her saying that this was closure sex versus something else, when she seemed to be so longing for him, and the whole idea that he was moving on, it was just bothering her, taking her to a point where almost being distraught, but also never positioning her where it looked like. That's another thing. Spencer always looks like things hit him 20 times harder than it hits other people. So while Olivia looks sad and frustrated, Spencer looks completely destroyed at different parts of it. And I'm just like, at what point is this going to hurt her more than it hurts you? Any point? Because it didn't do that when you broke up with her. It didn't do it now, where she basically like severed all hopes that you had of this being a rebound, because that's exactly what he was leading up to. He did not know that was closure sex. He probably would have did a little bit extra and threw a spin, or I'm not going down that route. This is a CW show, Erica. Calm it down. Cool. Like, he didn't know that. And yet and still, he is still suffering more. Anyway, I don't want to harp on that. The episode was okay. For the parents, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a strong 8.5. Me having to deal with the Spelivianess of it all, I want to take it down to a damn 6. I don't actually care about Jordana as a couple, and I don't care about them hiding around and like finally sleeping together and making out with each other, but I'm here for all of Greta's looks. So I'm not over Layla as a character right now because I love looking at her. Jordan, I don't care. He ain't really having too much going on aside for the fact that he actually wants Layla. What I do think is interesting, which I will note about this, y'all, is him saying that he's going to take his time and he don't want her to feel rushed, and her saying, I just love this Jordan. Guess what? This is the same Jordan that Simone got. It is not anything different. For whatever reason, I guess when Jordan decides that he actually gives a damn about a woman or a person carrying a vagina, then he decides to put on his best behavior. But for everyone else, it's going to give entitled, biracial, blah. I'm still not here for Jordana. I just had to say it one more time. But I will say, the whole, I don't want you to rush. I don't want you to feel rushed. We could take our time, yada, 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 cool. But only for them to circle back by the end of the episode and have them in bed together. So it was just like, okay, y'all both just needed it that bad. Cool. Clearly, we about to just have to watch this flower that is Jordana bloom. And I'm going to tell y'all every single week that I don't care about it. But, I'm here for the looks. Jordan, I wasn't feeling you at the damn party the night before, but at the wedding, that suit was suiting. The whole no tie with the thing open. Okay, Michael, we already know that you look good. Like, who the hell told y'all to look this good? And that yellow dress on Layla, chef's kiss. Coop, Patience, I just had a moment of frustration with Patience because, girl, are you depressed? What is wrong? Because you spending all this time trying to convince everybody that you just this regular girl and you ain't nothing special, you ain't gonna never go viral and all this. I was just like, what is going on with her? Do we need to check on her? Because Patience is always the one who have it together, and for her to be spending so much time just feeling like down on her luck, like she don't have no direction, everybody else have things going on, and then now how she's trying to downplay herself in this episode, even though it was for very small bits, I was like, what is actually happening here? Do we need to check on our strong friend? Because This is weird. And shout out to Coop. Coop is back. Season 1, Season 2, Coop, she back. And I'm here for it. JJ, hilarious. By the end of the episode, JJ puts 2 and 2 together and figures out about Jordan and Layla. But I'm going to talk about that in my preview video. Quite a bit happens in this episode, y'all. Now it's y'all turn, though, because I'm going to stop it right here. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. What did you think about the episode? What do you rate it? Also, come to my live to make sure that you can let me know live what you thought about the episode. What are your predictions? What are you here for? Most of y'all are here for Jordana. I already know that. Again, don't argue with me in the comment section. Post a comment, but don't argue with me. Say how you feel, what you like, but don't try to convince me, because I said what I said, and I still love y'all. See you in the next one.